Hi, this is Dave Sobieraj with Cox High School Sports On Demand, powered by Max Preps. Tonight's first round matchup in the Oaks Christian Tournament features the host Lions taking on the modern-day Catholic Crusaders. 54th in the nation in pass defense now. That is not good. Pete Carroll's slogan is always compete, and they did not compete that night.
Jordan Russell rebounds it and flicks it up the prayer, and it's answered at the buzzer.
One of the main men on the line, one of the unsung heroes. First and foremost, just tell me the excitement you feel to be in the CIF championship game.
Standing on what looks to be normal dirt you could find anywhere, but in just 3 years' time, this dirt may become the battlegrounds for a new LA football team. It's also the battlegrounds between the city of industry and the neighboring cities who oppose the stadium.
Hi, this is Dave Sobieraj with Patch.com. You've waited 10 long weeks, and finally it's here. The playoffs are here, and Moore Park is ready. I'm here at Qualcomm Stadium, where Deshaun Hardwick will play his home games next season for the San Diego State Aztecs. But before his college career starts, he hopes to play here at the Q this December as a Madison Warhawk in the San Diego Section Championships. This is the USC women's softball field where the club team only practices. They don't have any home games here because, as you can see, there's no dirt field, no pitcher's circle, and no home plate. There's also only lights on one side of the field, so if you're having problems seeing me, imagine how hard it is to see the ball.
Experts say an earthquake is unpredictable. It could even happen right now. And this train behind me is just one example of the damage that may occur in an 8.0 magnitude earthquake. The question is, are Angelenos ready? Two of the top 10 players in the world, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga and Robin Soderling, took center court today in front of a much subdued atmosphere.
I don't think they're going to win. Did you see them play Florida's defense? If they played 50 quarters, would they ever have scored a touchdown in that game? And Alabama's D might be even better. They've claimed 12 national championships, and they've never had a Heisman winner. Maybe Mark Ingram can be the first Heisman winner. I think it's going to be a lot easier to defend this one. With Jeremiah Masoli, you had a quarterback that could run. With Danny Sullivan, you have a quarterback who could get sacked. He has -10 rushing yards. They pulled a little wrinkle. Normally you'd run off the defensive end in a spread offense. They were going off the defensive tackle for the most part. I actually played high school football with Jimmy Clausen. I saw this guy when he was a skinny 15-year-old freshman go down on one knee and throw the ball 50 yards. Well, that would just be crazy. Absolutely insane. But that's what you got to love about college football. And speaking of that, only their second year in 11-man football. Kind of talk about being one of the founding fathers of this program.
We work together most of the day, so that affects us.
So you're in school from 7:45 to 5:45 straight?
Every day.
Every day. How do you deal with that?
It's hard. It's really hard.
Now, obviously, you're a star in football, but also on the basketball court. 10.5 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, so averaging a double-double. So what do you like about basketball?
Bishop's answers right back behind his strong running game. Micah Seau takes the handoff up the middle and cuts it out to the left. He breaks a couple tackles, makes a spin move, and on this 15-yard run, he travels more mileage than a frequent flyer. Jordan Russell has the open tray in the corner, and you can put it on the board. It's tied at 63 apiece at the end of overtime. Back and forth we go. Kennedy Edwards gets the ball up top, surveys the D, and decides to take matters into his own hands with the power hop and floater. Notre Dame takes the lead when Jonathan Bell swings it to Cole Keevitt from way downtown. Bang! And the Knight salutes his student section. The Wildcats answer when Janae Olakimi dials up from long distance. Kennedy Edwards says, anything you can do, I can do better, and knocks down the money ball. The time away from football forced Junior to widen his horizons.
My coach calls me the Renaissance Man. Here I participate in athletics, which is my #1 here. Academics is one of my strong points, and I also participate in some of our artistic events here, like musical.
Junior's a member of our elite choir ensemble, which is the Madrigal Singers. He is one of our bass section leaders. He traveled to Spain last year with the group and was able to sing in churches built in the 12th century.
When a poor man came inside, gathering winter fuel.
I probably thought that I would have never joined a choir, But here I am at La Jolla Country Day, participating in the honors choir here called the Madrigals. My friends are always bugging me because I like to sing in the locker room, and they were always making fun of me all the time that I would burst out and sing song, whatever song you would choose.
I was shocked to find out how many activities he was involved in. You know, the fact that he plays football in the game on Friday night doesn't stop him from singing the national anthem with us before the game.
What's more amazing than the fact that both received field hockey scholarships is the story behind their adoption from a Russian orphanage by Mike and Pam Allen.
They had pertussis, they were sick, but smiles, big smiles the first time we saw them.
Most high school athletes and their parents feel lucky when they receive scholarships, but the entire Allen family feels lucky to simply have each other.
It's just like a dream, you know, it's like everything that you kind of always wanted. I wouldn't have asked for any other parents. Like when people ask me, what does it feel like to be adopted? I couldn't say because they're my parents and I don't feel like I've ever been adopted. I feel like I came from them.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. God so blessed our family. I wanted a girl and I got 2 girls.
Hi, this is Dave Sobieraj with Cox High School Sports On Demand, powered by Max Preps. Today's Division 5 championship game is a battle for the ages. It's the Knights and the Lancers.
It's almost like you could pencil these two teams in at the beginning of the season. The Bishop's Knights are making their 4th consecutive championship appearance, while the Parker Lancers have made it 5 of the past 6 years, including beating Bishop's the past 2.
It talks about the depth of the programs. You know, we're not just, neither program is just sort of good one year and then down the next. We have the athletes, we have the depth, we've got the coaching stability, and the kids expect to win and expect to be here.
This is the 3rd year in a row against Francis Parker, and you know we're at that point where this is a rivalry between us, and it's nice that this is, you know, it's nice that we get the opportunity to kind of maybe avenge that loss from the last few years.
It's time for the Division 5 championship, so let's go to the highlights.
Southern Californians may not have the time or money to travel to see the Ivy at Wrigley Field or the Green Monster at Fenway Park, but a visit to scaled-down replicas of the famous stadiums is just a few miles away. Rick Odekirk developed the concept of Big League Dreams parks.
If you gave everything from the little kids, even up to the softball players, a chance to play in an environment that made them feel like major leaguers, we thought that it might have a chance to be popular.
The site of the original Big League Dreams park was Cathedral City, California.
It cost us almost $6 million to build the first Big League Dreams park.
The park was so successful that Riverside County approached Odekirk to construct a similar facility. He came up with an idea to share costs and revenues in a public-private partnership with the city. The city would fund building the park on its land, and Big League Dreams would manage it.
They would get a management fee and then a percentage of the profit over and above the management fee. And after the initial management fee was paid at each year, then the city would start generating revenue that would go into its coffers.
The formula was a success. There are now 11 Big League Dreams parks in 4 states, and the number of visitors and players just keeps growing.
Every Big League Dreams park, every single one brings in about 350,000 visitors per year.
The sharing of costs has especially helped struggling cities with their strapped budgets.
The profit for the city varied in the first year from around $100,000 upwards to almost $1 million in the years that we have had it.
Part of the shared revenue comes from admission to the park.
It's $3 for an adult to come in, and it's $1 for kids under 13.
Big League Dreams doesn't make its profit on the price of admission. It makes its real money behind these doors.
What makes it worthwhile for us isn't the profit we make off the food and beverage there, is what makes our business work.
While the financial success has been mutually beneficial to cities and Big League Dreams, Christina Queimada believes it's players like her son that benefit the most.
It gives them a little taste of what it could be when they get to that next level.
It really makes you feel like you're playing in the Major League, and after the game they have a really cool arcade that you could come play in.
Big League Dreams is a triple hit with the cities, the company, and especially the players who get to play here. This is David Sobieraj reporting. Here in Indian Wells, it's been a straight set type of day, with players routinely closing out their matches. This is David Sobieraj closing out for Annenberg News.